Good evening. It is the first team time for 2026, and I'm so happy to be here with you and with Lynn and with Bonnie. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. And we were just talking that there's a lot of new announcements, and it's kind of crazy. And you know, kind of I didn't completely take time off, and some of you did, and that's fine. But I'm finding that just trying to get back in the groove and all the new things that are coming up. So it's very exciting, but it can be overwhelming. But the great thing about it is, and I think that Lynn will agree, things are just getting easier and better for us. You know, they keep. What was it? Somebody said today that this isn't your mama's table. I mean, table is just getting better and better and better. So that's really, really exciting. So with that, let's go ahead and kind of get started with our meeting. And of course, I always want to hear what is the best thing that's happened to your business in the past week. And I know Bonnie's not feeling well, but Bonnie, were you able to accomplish anything for your business this past week? Okay, we're glad you're here. You're here. That's a good thing. And Lynn, how about you? I know you've been at your desk.
Yeah, just getting back at it, seeing everybody in meetings again. And I had a party start yesterday, so I haven't had a party in about 3 weeks.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You
Yeah,
know,
so it's nice to get going again.
yeah, it's I was just thinking about something that I needed to share, and I want to share the new workshop that you graphic that you did. You posted that on Halo, didn't you?
I think I did. Yeah, I think I did.
I think you did earlier today. I want to grab that because I just want to add that too. Of course, you already know about it. Well, we'll share. I'll share it in. I don't see it here in Halo. All right. So, yeah, what's the best thing that's happened for me? I mean, I think that for me, just doing the planning and thinking about Team Halo and the spark really trying to help everyone get the spark back in their business after the holiday, and some of us need it in general. And I'm going to share my screen here, and one of the things I'm excited about is kind of getting back. You try to think about sometimes what was working when things were the best. And are you seeing my?
That's, yep.
Okay, good, good. Um, Bonnie, you probably remember this, but this is, and I was surprised, Lynn, that you hadn't heard this before. We talked about it a couple days ago. But Pampered Chef used to always publish a mission statement. The Doris did a mission statement. And to me, this really centers to me what Pampered Chef is all about, and one of the reasons I fell in love with with the company and with the business. And and that is the Pampered Chef is committed to providing opportunities for individuals to develop their God-given talents and skills to their fullest potential for the benefit of themselves, number one, their families, number two, our customers, number three, and the company. We are dedicated to enhancing the quality of family life by providing quality kitchen products supported by service and information for our consultants. Oh, I didn't change that, Lynn. Consultants and customers. Susan, it's good to have you with us tonight. Um, but um, to me, that really kind of speaks to why we do what we do. And I actually wish that Paper Chef would kind of get back to that. I just think it helps to center us. How do you feel about that? Bonnie, do you remember it? Okay. Well,
Yes.
hi, Kathy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Great to see you here tonight. Okay, so Kathy, did they talk about the mission statement since you've been with Pampered Chef? Do you remember
No,
this? Huh?
I do not. No.
Okay. So this is just something I brought back. I went back to it. I have kept every one of the catalogs since I started. And I went back to
Uh-huh.
this, and they haven't published this, I'm going to say in about 10 years.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
but I just, to me, it centers how I feel about my business and Pampered Chef.
Yeah.
So that is what I wanted to bring back. So our word for the year is spark, and we're going to be talking a lot about different ways to spark our business. Do any of you feel like you could use a little bit of sparkle in your business?
Definitely.
Good, good, good. Well, this is going to be our year, guys. This is going to be our year. I just wanted to mention that last month we were 85% green. I want to recognize the Kimmel team, the Ferreira team, the Reynolds team, the Mead team, the Chase team, the Coleman team, the Green team, the Fickett team, the Piscasm team, the Hill team, and the Huvelink team, all being green. In fact, the Ferreira and the Chase teams were both bronze teams, which means they did over 15,000 in sales. So that is very exciting. Again, 85% green. Our goal is 100% green. If how you help your team, who can tell me what do you need to do to help your team be green? Anyone know?
Anyone who's not a director, it's 150 in
Mhm.
sales.
To be green themselves, right?
Mhm.
And whatever level you're at you work to that level. But yep, that's what that is. So um, that it's if all of us are green, our team, it would be really, really solid. So congratulations on that. We didn't quite reach our goal, but we didn't reach our goal for recruiting, but we did recruit over what we did last year, which is really good. So that's terrific. All right, and we are starting off the month strong. We're starting off 2026 strong. Christine Stalzenberg is a comeback consultant on my team. Linda Jacobs was recruited by Erin Nicole Chase, and Lori Jakes was recruited by Bonnie Fickett. So we are off and running, and so we're going to be talking a bit about building our team and helping lead our new consultants to success. We are very excited that next week we are meeting. Many of us, I think about 8 or 10 of us, are meeting in Myrtle Beach for a little retreat, and we're going to be cooking up some ideas, Helen,
Yep.
coming back and trying to be a better support to you. All right, we had our Halo January booking blitz. Again, it was over the holiday. A lot of people weren't paying attention, and I completely understand that. But we did get 10 more bookings. And 10 more bookings, when you really think about it, if the average party is $460, that's $4,600 more in sales for our team. So I am really impressed with that. And the winner, oh my gosh, the winner, I can't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember who the winner with bookings was. But
Hmm.
anyway, that is in Team Halo. Let me think about that. Oh, it was Gail Ruffin. Gail Ruffin was the winner.
Yay.
So she had 38 points. So that was really great. I think she got 3 bookings herself. So here we go, Team Halo. Okay, so now what I really want you to understand, and I know that some of you have already been promoting this, you do realize that I'm giving away a multi-cooker this month.
Mhm.
All right. And that is for any one of your hosts who closes their party by January 31st. So this is another great reason to reach out to people because, I mean, people would be crazy not to have a party in January, don't you think?
Absolutely.
So, work on those 5-day hards and make some connections with people, get two-way connections going because this is the month to do it. So I'm going to keep reminding you about that. The party must be at least 200 in products and it has to be a party. It can't just be an order. Okay, somebody already asked me that. Any comments or questions about that? Okay, use me,
Thank you
guys.
for doing that, Karen.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And just to go over again, what is on special? Of course, our hosts get 230 or more in product. Any sales over 650 are double free in host credit. We really do have the most generous host program in the direct selling industry, and that we can add these things to is great. And then, find out what people's most expensive item is, and that might be a poll you can do. And maybe we should, Lynn, have you seen a poll? Maybe a question about if you could have anything out of the Pampered Chef catalog, what would it be, no matter what price it was? And people would answer what it is, and then you can private message them and say, hey, I'd love to help you get that food shopper for 60% off. That kind of thing. That's a good way to start a conversation about bookings.
I haven't seen a graphic like that in a while, but I have seen them out there
Yeah,
before.
we'll have to do that. I think that's a great thing to ask, especially when you can get 60% off of any item. Then they have Empower Your Meal Prep. And personally, I've been doing a lot of thinking about, we used to do freezer meal workshops, and I used to do them live. And actually, for my adopted daughter for Christmas, I gave her 5 freezer meals to put in her freezer for her busy days. And I think that is something we could really market. I think that a couple of reasons. First of all, I think that young moms need that help, don't you? I mean, lots of moms need that help, but young moms especially, and maybe moms who just had babies. I've done freezer meal workshops for people who were pregnant, and they would put 30 meal. Actually, what happened was, for this freezer meal workshop, I think there were 8 people there, and they all created 10 meals, and they filled her freezer with 80 meals.
Wow.
I
So I mean,
remember, I remember asking Gail Saya about that, and she told me it was more trouble than it was worth.
well, that's a matter of opinion. So, are we doing it just to make them? I mean, there's ways to make money. I mean, you're showing paper chip product, and they're having to buy pantry items to get there. But my second point about that is you're also meeting people at the time of life that we really need people on our team that age. We need people on our team that are in their 30 or late 20s, early 30s.
We
So,
really did.
that, I mean, and really how and I know your heart, Kathy, you'd love to help them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a lot of work. I mean, but once you get used to it, it was not so bad. And also, if you don't overcomplicate it, it could also be overcomplicated. But I have heard some people doing them virtually, and with our, we're doing a team workshop the 26th of 5, well, 4 soups and 1 sauce, and we'll be doing that as a team. And people are needing to buy the package to be in that, so it's very similar, but it's just for 5, 5, so that they'll have all the products that they need from Pampered Chef to create the recipes that we share in the workshop. So, but again, so it's all about the meal prep, and the bestseller. I mean, we talked earlier today in our tech time. I know that personally, what I want to do, and I know Lynn is wanting to do this too, is to create more demos, and maybe even quick demos to use in parties to make your party more authentic. And to me,
Mm-hmm.
starting, like I did one with a food shopper yesterday. I created a little, and you might have seen it, and trying to remember not to talk about it being on sale, just about the food shopper itself, so that now you can post that video with the sale in the description, and then use that video at different times in your party. And it's something you could post every once in a while. So what happens is let's how many items are here. Let's just say there's 7, there's 10 items here. If you did one of these every day, you would have a nice library of small demos to share to make your party more authentic. You could do all of them in one day and have it done. I know Paula Brockner did a video of just like one right after the other, just her favorite items. And so anyway, I just think that using this special that Pampered Chef has, and then kind of working smarter, not harder. That's kind of how I'm making a short story very long here. But just think what it would be to have, do you love the prep bowl set? Oh my gosh, that kind of thing. So just get out and get it out, and and maybe you're not fond of all. Like I personally am not crazy over the silicone utensil set. I probably won't talk about it, but I certainly would do all the rest of them. So just some ideas there to help. Again, it doesn't have to be fancy, and it doesn't have to be long. It can just be you talking about the product that you like. And then, of course, we have our recruiting special this month, which is really very exciting. How many of you love the electric twist and chop? What's your favorite thing to do with it?
Everything.
Every, do you wash the car with it?
If it did that, I would.
Yeah.
To chop up chicken for chicken salad.
Okay. All right. Very good.
I
I'm
just,
I'm gonna kid Lynn about overfilling it with salsa.
well, you
I
know
saw
what?
that.
So I just did another video a couple hours ago having the recipe, and it still was too much. And it spilled as I was pulsing it, it was dripping out of the top.
Really?
Yes. So even half is too much.
Okay. We'll have to come up with something.
But I'm using this video, so
Yeah.
for time. I have so much salsa in this house. Lance is
Salsa chicken tomorrow night for dinner. Um, but anyway, we have three kits, and again, our kits are really designed to help you just get out there and talk about them. And again, this is also a great demo. I mean, you can get on there. I make I make burst cheese with it. I did a party with it. It was just fabulous. You can use the burson to even cook chicken with, or to just serve with crackers. I mean, just so darn good. Um, but chicken salad is a great one too. But then, of course, we have our other two kits. So we have three kits available right now. Just want to make sure that you know we have three kits available. One for $30, which it just has, I think, just one catalog, an apron, a season's best, and of course, they get the website for 90 days. And of course, all of that happens with the other two kits too. I know, and again, it's interesting. Here my new consultant came back, and I think this is her third time coming back, and she chose the big kit, and really, I mean, and she probably could have gotten away with it, but she wants her items to be fresh too. She wants some new items. So, but again, just start the conversation with that. And let me see here. Okay, so this is kind of interesting how Pampered Chef has framed our earning the new products. We can earn them. They're combining 2 months, which they've really never done before. So you can, depending on your sales between January 1st and February 28th, you can earn level 1 plus $25 in Pampered Chef dollars. And then in level 2, you get to 4,000, and there's a hint right there because you're going to earn everything from level 1 plus a cool new fan favorite appliance. What do you think it could be? I have absolutely no idea. And I have absolutely no idea what else we need. Unless an immersion blender? Do you think maybe an immersion blender?
A bread machine.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Hi, Mo. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
That's good. I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm just getting over the flu.
Oh, no.
We all had it. It was
Oh
bad,
my
but
God. I saw
that's
all
all
of you
right.
together. Okay. All right. Well, all right. So, but anyway, that is really great. And so I think that is also the cover item. Did you hear that, Lynn?
Yes.
It's gonna be the cover item. So, bread machine. Okay, I'm thinking an immersion blender. What else do you think we could use?
I like the
Those,
bread machine idea.
Bread machine?
yeah, those crema or whatever you call those things. Ninja has one. Have y'all seen that?
Make your own ice cream.
It's something like that. I'm wondering if that's what it is.
Because don't they discontinued the ice cream machine, didn't they?
Did they?
No,
I
maybe
don't
not.
know.
It's hard to keep track. No, it's hard to keep track.
Very hard.
But anyway, yeah, that would be interesting. So
This is something different. It's not like an ice cream. I really don't know what it is.
okay,
But I've seen it. A lot of people have those.
okay,
So I don't
interesting.
know.
Excuse me. Okay, So, and again, double recruiting points. Now, you know what? Now I'm excited. Christine wants to fast track to director, and I'm really excited. I'm gonna be on her like Velcro, getting her to fast track director. Um, my goal this year is to promote to back to executive, which means we need two new team members to promote to director. And Christine wants it, and Diana Carlson is back, and she used to be a director, so she may end up wanting to go for that too. So, but I'm going to do everything I can. Again, mainly because when we help them be successful, they're more likely to stay and feel successful, and we want everyone to feel that way. But I'm going to get double recruiting points. So I don't want to, this year I was like up until December 10th wondering, I was like, this far away from earning the trip, and I don't want to do that again this year. I'd like to have a little bit more leeway. So
Did you get the trip?
yes, I did.
Good.
Yes, Lynn's going to be there too. I'm pretty excited. So anyway, but this is the time. This is not the time for you to question whether you can do it. This is the time to say, I can do this, and get and use every quiver in your what do you call that thing, in your pack, to turn every stone over and do as much as you can. This is the time to put the pedal to the metal. So we're going to help you with with a couple of recruiting ideas. And again, I'm really going to encourage you. I hope that you are paying attention to what is going on in the Comma Club, because for those of you that did over $1,000 in sales, you're part of the Comma Club, and there is some really, really great information there. Have you found that?
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed? Okay, so I really encourage you, if you're thinking, I could use some ideas, go there. And again, if you've earned it in previous months, go back to the previous month for the ideas too, which I do often. Because recruiting isn't about selling. It's about offering an opportunity that can make a huge difference in someone's life. You're not trying to convince or pressure them. Instead, you're opening the door and inviting them to explore more joy, more freedom, more meaning, and yes, more money. And there's nothing wrong with making money. Just saying. Is there? Anybody have a problem
No.
making money? Okay. Sharing comes naturally when we're happy with our own experiences. So let's think for a second. What's your first experience that comes up that says, yeah, I'm really happy with my Pampered Chef business. I'm really happy I said yes. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Friendships.
Friendships. Anyone else? Flexibility. What do you say, Kathy?
Friendships, 100%. And I love the products,
Mhm.
and I love the ability to be able to get them at a less expensive, not necessarily, not at a cheaper cost.
Yes, well, less expensive is good. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's one of the
So,
great benefits of being a Pampered Chef consultant, especially
mhm,
when less expensive equates to free.
absolutely.
Yeah, and those of us that are directors look forward to those boxes coming to our door, right, Lynn?
This will be my first time. I mean, I got the boxes when I
Okay.
promoted. This
Yes.
will be my
Yeah.
first new season
Yeah. Okay.
getting
Okay.
them. So yeah.
Good for you. I am so happy for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
congrats.
Awesome.
Yeah. Maureen likes free
Mhm.
product too, don't you, Maureen?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just want to mention to you that on the 26th, which is oh no, to the 27th, we will be doing a little spring launch. We'll be talking about the new products because I think they're going to be announced on the 21st. So we'll keep it right on our meeting night, because I'm trying to book parties myself. So I'm trying to keep some of my nights open. But okay, so there are, I can't, do you see this bar right here?
Yep.
Makes me crazy. I wish I could figure out how, okay. But there are really three steps to the recruiting process. And I really need you to think about this and think about them intentionally, intentionally informing people because your story is the best recruiting tool. I know that sometimes you might feel like you're boasting or talking about yourself, but it really is important for you to, give others a peek into your personal and your business dreams because that gets them thinking about what they want and what their aspirations are. I mean, when you really think about when you talk to people, how often does someone ask you what your dreams are? What would you like to accomplish in your life? What is on your bucket list? And when someone asks you what is on your bucket list, how do you feel about that person?
They're taking an interest in you.
Yeah, they care. So I'd like for us to give ourselves the opportunity to show people that we care by asking them. Research tells us that people need to hear something 3 to 6 times for it to be remembered. And I'm going to say for me, it's probably 12. Then, okay, let's just say you came over to my house and I put out a plate of cookies and you were on my table and I gave a cookie to Lynn, but I didn't give a cookie to anybody else. How would you feel?
Why?
Would you
Why
feel like,
didn't you give it to me too?
yeah.
Slighted.
Huh?
Slighted.
Yeah. You wouldn't like me very much, would you, Maureen?
No.
So the invite that's a gracious opportunity to ask people. Once you build that connection and shared the opportunity, it's time to invite them. Ask someone directly if they'd like to learn more. Have you ever considered it? And that's that invitation. If you talk about it, but you don't invite them, it's the same thing as not offering them a cookie. People in the room might be thinking, well, why didn't she invite me? And aren't I good enough? We don't want anybody to feel that way, do we?
No.
And then interview. And an interview is just simply a conversation. An interview sounds very formal, but it really isn't. When someone shows interest, take the time to get better acquainted with them and learn about their needs and wants. And again, it's about their needs and wants. You're not going to sit and talk about travel if they could care less about travel. All right. So you want to ask them. One of the things that really to ask someone that when they've been shown interest, and especially if they're familiar with Pampered Chef, maybe another consultant has even talked to them about it before. You might want to say something about, do you want to talk about why you want to join the Pampered Chef, or do you want to know how to get started? Who sees the difference there?
Giving them an option.
Yeah. Why would you talk all about why to get started if they've already decided they want to start? They just need to know how to get started. So it really is an important thing to think about. Again, you're caring about how they feel and what they want, where they want to go. It's better. This is really important. It's better for them to ask for more details than to overwhelm them with too much. There's a saying that says, when a student is ready, a teacher will appear. And what that means is you don't have to answer all their questions that they don't have yet.
Step a little bit.
So, there's no sense, again, when just be available when they have questions and then develop the conversation. Don't tell them a whole bunch of things that they don't know because it's either to overwhelm them. I'd love you to think about, again, it's so funny in some of these social media, they talk about don't listen to your upline who tells you to do the list of 100, and I'm not sure, what they recommend, but I mean, we need to have that list of people of contacts for parties and contacts for recruits. And when you look at that list, then you can really think about who would make a good consultant. Why would they make a good consultant? And so think about your list of people that you know, because it's going to jog your memory. You're going to forget people. I mean, am I the only one that forgets people? I don't mean to. But you think about all the people on your Facebook group, that are friends with you. And, if you go into your Facebook friends and you go all the way down and people you haven't, usually the people show at the top that you maybe have a better algorithm with, but go down to the list, to the bottom of your list of my 4,000 people. And I'm going to try to go to the bottom 1,000 because I might have forgotten they were even alive. I don't know, so, but think about them and think about this opportunity that could help them. What would help them? And that's what's really great about, and this is another point, when you're doing that, go in and comment. And you have 5 words. You really need 5 words to boost the algorithm. And comment on their, nothing Pampered Chef related, just comment. You're looking really great today, or boy, what a fun vacation it looks like you've had. And just start, piquing their interest and piquing the conversation. And that's all you have to do to reach out. You just have to learn to create conversation. That's good, isn't it? Create conversation. I kind of like creating income and creating. I like creating. And remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. I remember I'm going to be showing something of Maureen in just a second. The fortune is in the follow-up. Sending one initial reach out message is just not enough. It really is not, you guys. Most people will not reply to your first message. They might be busy. Anybody get busy and forget to respond to a message? Do any of you do that? Let me think about this. They could have been busy. Their kid may have been playing their phone, and blah, blah, blah. They might not even know your message, know about it, but you have to follow up. And the first follow-up message is within 24 hours after the initial one. The second follow-up message is 48 hours after the first one. I'm sorry, after this, and then the third one is 72 hours after the second. So you can schedule it. And that's one reason why Project Broadcast is pretty handy, right, Lynn?
Sure is.
Mm-hmm. So if you reach out to someone in August and they don't reply, add them to the September follow-ups. Just kind of get your routine going like that. And that's why keeping track is really, really important. So because you're going to forget who you contacted, how many follow-ups you did, and when you did them, unless you track it. And you guys, that is really important to know. What is your success rate? Again, 1 in 10 people would be interested in doing our business if they had the information. I mean, that's a direct selling statistic. And it's just a matter of, does a recruiter show up to talk with them about it? And this is what I used to see something like this on Maureen's wall. And 40% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. And the interesting thing is 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. And 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. So why would you give up? And I'm going to assume here, because I know sometimes why you give up, because you feel like you're being a pest. And we don't want you to feel like you're being a pest, and we don't want you to be a pest. However, finding a different way and a different tact and a different tweak and a reason to follow up, that is the key. That is really the key. So with that, here we are, 2026, with new life changes, new positive changes, sparking ideas, going back to some of the ones that work, trying the new things that work with all the changes with Pampered Chef and Table. But you always must do the things you cannot do. And a very wise woman said that, and her name was Eleanor Roosevelt. It wasn't me that said that. It was Eleanor. So I hope we are going to be working more on recruiting. Again, our job is just not selling product and doing parties. Our job is to build relationships, to help people with solutions. And that could be meal solutions, it can be recipes, it can be adding fun to their lives, it could be creating income. And I just hope that you are ready to accept that challenge. Are you?
I like the quote somebody said in the leader call today. We rise by lifting others. I love that.
That's the truth. Glad you brought that up, Lynn. Glad you were paying attention. So that is our job. So any comments, questions, anything? I'm going to be sending out a goal planner to many of you. So if you have any comments, questions, if there's any, we're going to be doing some workshops, and I would really want you to soul search if you want to move up your business. Again, no matter where you are in your Pampered Chef business, doing the things to move up to the next level are all the same. I have to do the same thing as a team leader wants to do to build their business. We have to recruit, and we have to, get bookings and sales. So we're going to be working on that and helping to share ideas. And again, with all the changes with Pampered Chef and the table, they're just rolling out more host coaching ideas and ways to help you succeed with that program. And for those of you, I haven't mentioned it yet, but I can't go live. For some reason, I cannot go live. And I've tried a bunch of different things that people have suggested, but I can't go live on any of my groups, on my personal page or on my business page. And I've tried to reach out to Facebook, and you can't get help. You just can't get help. You can't get a person. And so I have to pivot. I mean, by tomorrow night, my live at 5 that I've done for 5 years, I have to figure out how I'm going to do it. It's either going to be Zoom or it's going to be YouTube. So, but I also have a friend when I was in Traverse City in October. One of my girlfriends says, "Karen, you really need to develop your YouTube channel." And I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is a sign that that's what I need to do.
You could be the next Mindy Bustle Banks.
There we go. She's using Connection Point, some kind of video thing there.
She uses YouTube.
Oh, she does.
Oh,
and puts it,
does.
and puts it in there. Okay.
Should we show everyone where that host coaching is available for them?
Well, I haven't looked to see it myself yet. Did you look?
I know where it's at.
Okay, share your screen, please.
Okay.
I love it when two heads are better than one. There's her recipe she made for dinner tonight.
That's what I made for dinner.
Yum.
It's so good. And it's so quick and easy.
I think I have all the ingredients for it. Maybe I'll make it tomorrow.
So in Marketing Kitchen.
Look at all those things you have open.
I know it. I'm worse than Miriam.
But you're fast.
And then you go into Content Library.
Okay.
And it's host and guest messaging system. So there's host coaching before the pop-up.
Look at all those ideas.
During, there's guest connections. Things to text to your guests to start a conversation with them. Engagement responses, like they have. Here, let's go back. Guest connection. So they have pick a number. So pick a number to learn more about, a certain product. So then if you go to the engagement responses, they have a response for every.
There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. So for product 1, there's your response.
And there's some video responses. Okay.
Yeah. And then I guess this is help on how to use this system.
Okay.
So it's all right there.
Let's watch that video tomorrow. What do you think? Or maybe since we don't have Home Kitchen Live tonight, we should watch it for tonight. Go back there, Lynn. See how long it is. Pretty please.
6.5 minutes.
We can do that. We can do that. I don't know, you guys. I am just thrilled with, thrilled with this. And again, when you get more thrilled with it and you get more excited about table, that's going to be the key. That is going to be the key, getting people excited about it. Thanks for sharing, Lynn.
Mhm.
Any other comments, questions, anything we can help you with? Who needs bookings? Okay. I booked another party today.
Yay.
So I'd like to get one a day for sure. But 5-day hard challenge, that's where it's at. I think I'm going to post that again. I haven't posted it this week, but 5-day hard challenge is really where it's at. It's just as simple as that.
I ran my report today of all my account credits. I've got over 80 people with credits.
Wow.
So I'm reaching out to all of them tonight and tomorrow.
Excellent. Through text.
Yep. And then I'm going to run a report on my stoneware people and send something out about the Heartstone.
Okay. Love it. I know one of my customers made a comment today that it was bigger. It was bigger than it seemed. I said, that's because I'm so little. No. All right, guys, let's kill it. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining me.
Have a good week,
And
everybody.
yeah, I'll see you later this week. Bye.
Bye.